Thanks Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. And everything starts off with cheese. Good cheese. This one is called Escalante Hispanico. Now what I'm about to do, you can do it with any cheese you like. However, this one here has a very unique flavor. And after trying just a little piece, I was in love. Because it reminds me of a mix of Parmesan cheese and Swiss. And the first thing we need to do is to create a cheese crust. To do that, we have to run the cheese into a process. The first thing to do is to chop it up in small pieces. Once that was done, I threw everything into my food processor and blended on high. Then I poured the whole thing into a baking sheet with parchment paper, as we want to spread it out as much as possible. You see, like I mentioned, we're turning this into a crust, and in order to do that, we gotta throw it in the oven. To be specific, at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. Once the time is up, I took it out and look, it's releasing all of those oils. We gotta get rid of all of this, and the easiest way I know how is to use a paper towel. I did the same exact thing until I had no longer any of those oils left. And remember, I kept it at the same temperature, checking it every 10 minutes. As once I was happy with the color, take a look. Completely dry out cheese crust. You want to let this cool down a little, because once you have done so, it's time to crack everything up. And if you used parchment paper on the bottom, it is easy to do so. And in the end, you are left with this incredible cheesy, crispy cheese crust. This is an incredible snack. And if you are in keto, it is one of the best things you can have. But now that we have this ready, it is time to make 3 different types of crust for us to try. And here's what the first one looks like. Everything starts off by adding some of that crust into the food processor. Blend it on high until everything is pulverized. Then I added breadcrumbs, followed by parsley, smoked paprika, salt, and freshly ground black pepper. Blend everything once again, and that's it. This is one of our contestants today. It should pair up perfect with some steaks. However, we still gotta do another one. And this one is gonna be even easier, because all I did was to add some more of those chips into the food processor, blend it on high, and it was ready. This one should be extra cheesy. And hopefully it's gonna go along perfect with some steaks. Talking about that, these are the ones I'll be using for today's cook. There are 3 stud looking filet mignons. We're talking about some thick boys. Never buy filet mignons if they're too thin. Now for the seasoning, I kept it real simple. Salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. And one of the most important things whenever you're seasoning a filet mignon is to season your board. Roll the edges on it to ensure that every single part of that filet mignon is perfectly seasoned. As now all we gotta do is to add it to the bag, vacuum seal it, and it is now ready for sous vide. But first, I'm gonna take one of your suggestions. You see, I always make incredible side dishes for all of my guests, and you asked me to prank my cousin with one of them, so this one is gonna be for you. As you can tell, this pasta does not look very appetizing, and I really want to see if my cousin Mamao is gonna tell me if it's good or terrible. We're gonna see if he cares about my feelings or not, because here's how I made it. First thing I did was to use the cheapest pasta I could find. Then I grabbed some broccoli and put a nice char on it. Whenever you do this, it stinks so bad. Once that was done, I put it in boiling water for 5 minutes. Then into a food processor, I threw in everything I had in the refrigerator, starting with the broccoli we just cooked, followed by garlic paste, red miso, gochujang chili paste, a little bit of salt, black pepper, a bad quality olive oil, and blended on high. As in the end, I was left with this. Kinda looks like baby food. Then I threw my pasta right on top, mixed everything well to ensure that everything was fully coated, laid it down in a steak plate as worst as I could, finished it off with some Parmesan cheese and parsley. And that is my horrific side dish as you suggested. Now the big question is, will my cousin be honest and say that this is terrible? Will he turn out and let us know that this tastes amazing? That is to be determined real shortly, as the only thing left to do is to cook the beautiful steaks. For that, they'll all be going in the same container at 129 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. And I cannot wait to find out which cheese crust is gonna be best.
That pasta is gonna be quite interesting. I am looking forward to Mamao's reaction. I cannot wait to find out what he thinks of it. Remember, I cooked the filet mignon at 129 degrees Fahrenheit because since it's a leaner cut, it takes that temperature, it's better. But with all that being said, the steaks are ready, we are hungry, and it's time to take it out. Let's do it. Filet mignon, man. It is so tender. As soon as I take it out of the bag, it feels like jello. Now, the only thing left to do is to put a nice crust. And for that, I'm gonna be using the good old flamethrower. It never lets me down. It's nice and quick, and most importantly, no mess. Once that's done, I'll be putting the crusts right on top to find out which one is gonna be better. And don't forget, we have a special pasta for Mama. But I know what you're thinking. I know my steaks don't look that good right now, but watch this. I know that looks good, and before we try it, I want to thank today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. I like my games to keep the action going, and Raid is pretty much non-stop action and huge battles. You can head to the dungeons and face off against deadly bosses, conquer its awesome campaign, and jump into faction wars. Personally, I love the big boss fights and experimenting with new team compositions. And to kick off the new year, there's a fresh update with a bunch of new features, including a new season of the Forge Pass, the Polarium Points program, where you can earn in-game goodies, including a legendary champion and more. And in preparations for Raid's 4th anniversary, they are launching the humongous 4th anniversary Titan event, where you can earn anniversary points by competing in special theme events. And here's something extra special. They released a legendary champion based off MMA and pro wrestling legend Ronda Rousey. You can get her for free. Just log in and play Raid for 7 days between now and February 20th. And Ronda's yours. To celebrate Ronda's arrival in Raid, use the special promo code RAIDRONDA, available for all users to get a bunch of helpful stuff. And if you haven't started playing Raid yet, click my link on the description or scan my QR code here on the screen. And you'll get unique bonuses worth $35. We're talking epic free champion Jotun, 100,000 silver, 50 gems, and 2 epic skill tomes. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. Thank you, Raid, for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get right back to it. All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful feast, Momozinho. Huh?
What is going on?
Hey, this was made specially for you, Momozinho.
Oh, wow.
You want to know why?
Why?
Hold on, I'm going to bring you some.
This guy is trying to kill
To
me.
my lactose intolerant cousin, everybody. Here you go, Momozinho.
Wow.
Oh, just for you.
Oh my god. Hey, I'll take the whole wheel.
Here's the problem with Momo, all right? He's lactose intolerant, but he loves cheese. You know, I'm the little mean cousin, so I gotta, you know.
Thank you for slicing it for me.
Look at that, Momo. By the way, this is the cheese experiment right here.
Oh, okay. That's the crackers and all of that.
Yeah, and filet mignon, Momo. Isn't it good?
It's like the texture, kind of like the Monster, but not taste like a Monster.
No, not at all. Tastes
Wow.
very, very nice. I would say a refined taste.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
I'm excited. Okay, we're gonna start right here with the filet mignon. Now, there's a lot of filet, obviously. We're not gonna be able to eat all of these steaks. Well, maybe we are. We don't know that, right, Mama? So we got a nice one right here.
All right.
So I'll take half and you take the other half. Sous vide, whenever you're cooking, you can expect one thing. Perfectly medium rare every single time, everybody. That's the key. You ready for some filet mignon?
I'm ready for this.
I see Mama is ready. Okay.
Oh, man.
Enough talking. Let's see. Cheers. It's just perfect.
Perfectly cooked, perfectly juicy, perfectly seasoned.
The season, that's what happened with sous vide. It brines the steak as it's cooking. That flavor goes all the way through, everybody. It is amazing. Mama, you alright?
I'm having a hard time processing all of this.
Good, I'm glad you like it, because now I have a very nice side dish here for you.
Okay.
I hope you enjoy this side dish. I made it with a lot of love.
That's looking a little green.
What do you mean? You don't like green? You don't have a problem with green, do
I
you?
have no problem with the green.
Huh? Alright, let's give this one a go, Mazin. Give me your true, honest opinion. How much do you love it? Alright, let's see. Cheers, everybody.
Guys. You put soybean paste over here? It tastes like it tastes like tofu or soy or something.
I highly recommend you not making this, everybody. This was a little prank for you, Mama, because I made some wonderful filet mignon, you know what I mean?
And then I have to pay my toll. You know, if you're gonna have good food over here, you have to pay the price.
I could not wait to give my mom this pasta to give it a try, everybody. This is hilarious.
It's not terrible.
No, it's actually edible. I mean, I was going for something terrible, but it's not good. Don't get me wrong.
It's not delicious, not amazing.
Highly recommend not doing this pasta. Stick to the traditional Italian version, cacio e pepe, carbonara pasta, you know.
I'm like eating this over here because it's the pasta that I have. You're telling me about cacio e pepe. That's torture.
This is real. This is not a prank anymore, all right, Mama?
I don't know. I don't know if I can trust you after this.
Try this. Try this. Let me know. A little cheese cracker.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. How was that?
That's good.
That's good, right? See?
Oh my God.
Here's a piece of filet mignon for you, Mademoiselle. A little piece for me. Now this one here, I made a little cheese crust. I'd love to know your opinion.
All right.
Cheers, everybody.
The seasoning on top is making all the difference.
I don't know for you, but that's a mature taste, Mama.
I really like the crunchiness of it.
It has a little bit of breadcrumbs, a little bit of parsley, Mama, and obviously the cheese. Guys, that is amazing. Okay, now let's go with this one. Now this one here is a little bit different. There is nothing else, it's straight up the crumbled cheese. When you do this, you do it directly on the plate that the person you're gonna be serving for, because it's gonna be a mess, it's gonna go on your plate. Let's give this one a go. Are you ready for it?
Let's do it.
Let's see. Cheers, everybody. That is nice, but not like this one.
No, too powerful.
Yeah.
With the middle one, it dissolves a little bit with the taste of the crackers or whatever, the crumbs. That's a good one. If you're a cheesehead, if you have cheese 3 times a day, then that one is the one for you.
Highly recommend the middle one with the breadcrumbs combined together.
Yes.
That one tastes a lot better. Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.